Hello, hello, hello. What's good, everybody? It is Tuesday night. We're running a little bit late, but we are here, and we are here for The Witcher Season 3. I am ready to get into it. And you already know the two coming down this road with me. We got the one, the only, Yennefer Side Piece. What's good, fandom? How you doing tonight?
Yo, what is good? I had to mute the YouTube for a second. But yes, we are back to talk about The Witcher, damn it. Let's go, Yennefer. True and only waifu of this series.
Oh, they're getting it in. What's up, AK Accenture? How we doing tonight?
I am all right. I am all right. Ready to get this going.
We talked about all things The Witcher. Let me see if I can switch in. We'll just get it going. I'll do that in a minute. We open with this one's called The Witcher Season 3, Episode 1, and for some reason it's called Sherwed. And right out of the gate, anybody have any idea why?
Hell no.
It sounds like an elvish name, so I'm assuming it's something in the lore that we don't know about yet.
Yeah, maybe something. I was like,
That's about all I got.
For a second time when I was like rewatching it, I was like, is that the name of the place that they had the battle near the end of the episode? And I'm like, it's not. So like, what the hell?
Yeah, I was trying to find that tie-in and I could not do it. I have no idea what that name means, what's going on. What's up? We got a legend in the chat. JD the Dragon in the house. What's up, brother? It's been way too long.
My bruv. What's good, JD?
You getting into The Witcher this year? Oh, we got legends. We got my man Jake Cruz in the house. We got Peter Griffin. What's up? Good to see you. Good to see you.
What it do, folk? What it do?
Oh man, he said as long as Yesker doesn't start singing, I'll be happy. He's saying no.
Man, why did
Oh my gosh, he effing
put that into the ether, bro? Come on.
Here we go.
And the episode was doing so good too until his ass showed up.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
What did Yesker ever do to you?
I mean,
you always have this
episode.
visceral feelings about Yesker, man.
I'm with you, Dragon. I don't know how I feel about Henry leaving either. I mean, he is the Witcher. I don't know what.
I ain't here for it.
I mean, is he just cleaner than ever this year? Are you seeing that sword work and the moves and his fluent? And I mean, talk about a water dancer.
Look, if to quote Lady D, you know, when we were doing House of the Dragon, there's this thing that she called, you know, the "there be the dragon" moments, and if there was a dragon involved, Geralt was like handing out all of them to everybody this whole episode.
Oh, he was just absolutely getting it. I'm down for it. I'm here for it. My man is just getting it. What's up? We got Jackie. See, we got all the legends coming back. Good to see you, Jackie. Getting into The Witcher.
Share the streams on social media, guys.
Oh, dude, 5 episodes. Yeah, I've only seen the first one, but I love hearing that the first 5 are all awesome. Love it, because I am here for it. All things The Witcher. I am ready to talk about it, get into it. Let's do this. But we open.
Yeah, I'm watching all. Have you guys watched all of them yet? I'm watching as we go,
one by one.
You know me, okay. I always do one by one. I've only seen the first. Yeah, one. That's how I do it. But we open with Geralt doing what he does best, and is just whooping that ass. And I like what were these 3 fools thinking? Like, Geralt is literally the most famous Witcher in the land, and they thought they were just going to roll up and be like, they were going to be the ones to take him out. They deserve what they got, didn't they, Phantom?
Pretty much. He was like, oh yeah, we're looking for this, you know, little girl with hair, this maid, and oh yeah, and this Witcher. And I'm like, dude, you already just said you're also a Witcher.
So like, so nonchalantly, like can't nothing happen to you like, coming after this man's daughter. What?
Stop it. Like,
even the man who he was asking was like, dude, you know who you're asking for, right? I'm not gonna say anything because he paid me off to say zilch.
Right? You don't want this smoke. What do you
But I'm just saying for? You might want to rethink your life a little bit right now.
No, he's like, get back behind me, Professor. No, you might want to get back because you're about to become unbelievable. Ciri and Yennefer. We got Ciri, Yennefer, and Geralt on the run, constantly having to move homes and stay a step ahead of the parties hunting Ciri. But Yennefer is sworn to train Ciri in the arts of magic. But even after sacrificing herself in the last episode for Ciri, Geralt's still in his feelings about her and leaving her in the first place. Like, are these two going to hook back up, or will it be a lost love, never to be known again, AK?
I'm sure they're going to reconcile at some point. I mean, their whole dynamic this episode, I was like, look at you assholes being petty as fuck in a real relationship that y'all don't want to admit is a real relationship. But okay. Like, this was, I mean, I don't know if any of you guys ever had to go through it, but like when your parents are upset with each other, and you suddenly become the Raven of the house because you got to carry all the damn conversations back and forth with the nonsense. That's exactly what this was giving me here. Except they're not using Siri; they're writing freaking letters to each other and leaving them in hidden places and that aren't really hidden because they know they're going to go and look at that spot at some point in time.
Dear friend.
Right. I respect the petty of it though. I like a good petty, and that one was enjoyable.
Absolutely. Do we think it's just as they said and Yennefer got her magic back for sacrificing herself for Ciri, or was it just the fact that she let that powerful demon Valith Mir take her over in the first place, and the act that act brought it back? What do you think, Phantom? Is it just because she had that magic?
Though? Wasn't that the whole deal? Like, you give me Ciri, you get your powers back. It's been like a minute since I saw season 2.
Right,
that's what ignited it.
But she never really gave Ciri up. She just took her, like used me as a vessel, and she didn't want to. But she kind of was able to take her back.
Now, so before that moment, though, like she pretty much like led Ciri to that place, and then she inhabited Ciri, and then at one point after, like she was like possessing Ciri, she's like, "Oh no, take me instead." And then she offered herself to be possessed, and the next thing you know, they end up in that realm.
Right, but that demon wanted to stay in Ciri, I think, because Ciri was so powerful. But maybe she just wanted to get back to the realm. Maybe that's really all it was. She just wanted to get back to her realm and needed a vessel to do it. But yeah, I was just wondering. I was like, is it just because they were acting like it's because of the act of like being heroic and trying to save Ciri that's what got her magic back? But I just think it's because that powerful demon possessed her, and that's what gave her magic back. But I don't know if they're going to touch.
Could be that too.
Could have been a bit of both.
Maybe. Do we think it's just as they said and Yennefer got it back? Yeah, I don't know. We're going to find out. I think they're going to touch on that. I knew Geralt could always feel when a monster was around, but when did he develop such keen spidey senses? Like, he is always 3 steps ahead of the men chasing him. Can you just smell him coming or what? Like,
I think it basically boils down to that. Kid was trained by a master, and he's been in work for many a moon now. And I think here he's even more cautious with everything because he has his family to think about and protect every second of the day also. So I think his spidey senses are just on like Witcher 9000, and he stays ready.
Probably like smelling like malice and 10 or something.
You know they stink, so maybe, I mean, he might just smell them coming down.
Like you could smell them on the next canyon over before they even get there on the wind.
Right. But yeah, he always just said, I mean, I knew he could tell when the monsters were around, but it's weird that he can tell when just regular men are around. Maybe it's just danger he can sense. Yeah, you might be right, Jake. That Valith Mir may have just wanted back to her own spear ultimately, not really caring who the carrier was. I was just more like, how did Yennefer get her powers back? Because she was going through it all last season trying to get her powers back. And
at first, she wanted to escape her prison. That was like the main objective. That for sure. Mm-hmm. She was trapped by the original Witchers or something.
Mm-hmm. Yep. As long as he has that necklace, and even without it, he knows. And maybe that necklace does kind of sense it. He is always kind of holding it, so maybe it does start vibrating when danger's around or something like that. And his hearing, smell, sight is advanced, absolutely. So it's probably a little bit of both, a little bit of all that. How he can tell when they're coming. But what right did those dickheads have to come in and burn down the whole place after it was empty? If I was the owner, I'd now be hunting them down for some payback. Like, you ain't burning my place up without some recompense.
I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, hey, they're not there. Why burn it?
You know what I mean?
Absolutely. You don't know if they coming back. You could deduce that they just got up and ran and y'all were too slow. That don't mean you got to burn the whole place down. That was a nice little hideaway spot, man. Right there on the cliff by the water. Like, what that is waterfront property, bro. Yeah, what's wrong with you?
Absolutely.
No neighbors around to bother you. Come on, man.
Yeah, that really bugged me when they said, like, burn it all. I was like, why? Like, what?
Like, for what, though? Move in. Now you got a vacation home.
Right? You know what I'm saying? Like, that was ridiculous. But I did love we got my man Larpin back. Yarpin is just ridiculous. Right out the gate, he's just breaking it down. He said exactly what I was thinking, literally right out of the gate. Like, if you're really trying to hide, you dye your hair. Nobody's out there looking for the Black Wolf. Dye your and Ciri's hair, and you can probably live a nice, quiet life somewhere until she builds her powers up. Like, what is up?
Easily.
Made no sense, kind of. So I love that they brought that in, and it was my man Yarpin that brought it up. Even later, when they go to the festival, he said you need to wear a mask and hide your hair. She goes out with like one of those masks on a stick. I'm like, anything for anybody. Like that was
the only people that have a worse disguise in the whole fandom of stories is Clark Kent and He-Man.
In glasses.
Like you have to go to those two levels to match up this ridiculously weak level shit.
Even when she started to dance, she like pretty much still didn't like have the mask on. I'm like, what's the point?
Like, come on, man. This is freaking Damon on his dumbass antics taking Rhaenyra out on the town again. All you gave her was a freaking hat.
Right. I mean,
and then you pulled it off. What are we? Are you sure we're trying to hide right now?
Unbelievable. Yeah, not doing a good job of it. But and I mean, I get it. You try to say something, poor little Siri just wants a little compliment. That was rough. It was nice seeing the three of them have a little reprieve at Yarpen's place. Yennefer said that they were so far off the map that they may never find their way back, and asked if it would be such a bad thing. These are like three of the most powerful beings on the planet. Could they really live a life happily ever after, just staying together out there in the middle of the nowhere, fandom?
Yeah, they can.
Think so?
As long as no one's chasing them, they're good.
They were doing that.
They'd get bored sooner or later, wouldn't they? I mean, kind of being on the run might have been the spice of life that kept them going or kept it exciting or something. I don't know. It just seems like, could they really go out in the middle of the nowhere and be happily ever after just living out there?
Because in that fourth place that they mentioned, they were like pretty much living the good life.
There's a purpose to what they're doing, though. They're not necessarily staying away like indefinitely. I think Ciri needs training. The best thing for them to do is be in hiding while she's training, but she absolutely has a destiny about her, and destinies are very big in this story. So they wouldn't just abscond off for like the rest of their lives and have her marry some random other dude in some small bumsfrick village. That I don't think that's part of the plan. But while they're training, they definitely want to be there safe. And honestly, that family dynamic is something all three of them needed sorely, especially Yennefer.
Absolutely. Yeah. Peter says Geralt probably could, but Yennefer and Ciri, I don't know. Especially little Ciri. Once she gets to a certain age, she's going to want to be kicking it with friends, people her own age.
And we saw that. Yeah. We see that coming up. Ciri about that business.
Yeah. She's had enough. She's like, let me get to a fair, have some fun, do a little something. Come on. I got to get out. I've been around you two adults too long. Yennefer told Ciri that fire magic eventually takes her magic away. So how does Rance keep up the ability to use it if it does take it away from you eventually? Like, we know she lost hers when she used it. Was it because she used too much of it at once, or what's the deal with that? Go ahead.
I wondered about that because they haven't fully explained what that is, and we know magic comes at a cost, and there's some precautions that you have to take. But when it comes to losing your magic because you're using just like fire magic, that it's not explained how it works, so I don't get why that would stop your magic. I mean, it's a magic just like any other, so why does it pull all of that ability away from you when you use it?
All consuming. It like burns you up from the inside, like the human, like your body's just not able to hold it or control it, or I don't know, it burns something up. But yeah, I mean, how old boy's able to use it.
Yeah, like it stopped for a time, and she gave a pretty hefty blast that was needed for that moment, though. So I think, rest up, get your electrolytes back in, drink some Gatorade, and then go back up on the go. I don't think it should completely strip you and take away all your power, though. That just seems weird.
Maybe it was just so much, like she used enough to blast entire armies out of the field. So like maybe she just did too much of it, and that's what took her out. But yeah, I don't know. They need to explain on that, like how he's able to use it.
I need more information. Yeah.
Ciri asked Yennefer why she did what she did, and Yen said it was because she had given up, but promises Ciri she'll never do that again. You think she's going to keep that promise, or will she turn on Ciri for her own well-being in the end? Like when they get back to Fortuga, because we already know that her mentor Tessia has other ambitions for Ciri. So what's going to happen with that? Is she going to be able to keep her promise, fandom?
Yeah, she's going to keep her promise.
You think so? No matter what, she's going to look out for Ciri?
Yeah, the only thing would be like, if someone promises like her having like a kid again, but even then, I don't think she would do it. because it'll go right back to the whole thing with Geralt, and then if she does this again, and Geralt truly ain't gonna like be in good wishes with her again, regardless of what the freaking what was it, the genie promised
Yeah.
back in season 1, like that'd be like he'll just like make sure like there's no turning back on that.
I love how
I
you go
think
ahead.
I agree with that. I think I agree with that mostly, but this is Jennifer and how we've seen all of their lives go up to this far. I think a situation could easily arise to where she has to make it look like she's betraying one or both of them. But in the end, you'll see it was just all part of the plan that she had to play that long con to get all of them out of whatever they're in. I'm only saying that because they all have a knack of getting into shit that goes left really quickly. So I don't think overall though that she'll truly ever betray either one of them again.
I think that's exactly what might happen. She might have to make it look like she's going to betray her, but in the end, let her go, kind of like she did in the first place. She can't do it. They're family now. I can't see that happening. And speaking of, I love how Yarpin just keeps it real. Like after hearing Yen and Geralt go back and forth for a few, he's like, "Hold up, are you two fucking again?" Like Geralt's Yarpin.
What was baby girl's name from the last season that we loved?
Oh,
the little smart ass dwarf with the hammer. Yeah. He reminds me of her, and I miss her.
Oh, she's amazing.
She was a great character.
Like his great aunt or something, because they're both just killers.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot those two stories are ages apart.
Ages, yeah. So that's probably like a great ancestor, because he just keeps it real.
I mean, they could bring her back. They did introduce.
I mean, low key, because people have family members later on that are born that look just like their great granduncle or somebody sometimes. So I will buy it.
Oh, that'd be amazing, because she was far and away the best thing in that series. I loved her. I get Francesca being on one after they killed her babe, but she's like hell-bent on human genocide. It seems like they've tried battling the humans already, and it didn't work out so well for them. So why does she think it's going to be any different this time around?
She stay catching L's. That's all I can say. She has no ability to truly view and see the bigger picture. Like the one question that is left in my brain after watching this episode is, do you motherfuckers never try to just talk to each other? Like she's claiming that they're all going after Syria and whatever. She's part elf. She should be with me. That's one of the things she said during the fight. You could maybe have sent a messenger or try to have some type of meeting and let your intentions be known. Siri wants to unite people. Maybe if you would have had a little discussion with her before you tried to do all this kidnapping bullshit, y'all might have been able to work out some things without people having to die because you can't get your shit together. So I don't know what's coming, what the retribution from that's going to be, but that the one guy that we saw in here who seemed to be in her opposition, I think he's going to make her pay for that blunder of not maybe being diplomatic. Is she supposed to be like the queen of the elves?
Yeah, ever since her husband lost that war.
Yeah. Her head ain't been on straight since.
Hopefully, no one has tried to overthrow her.
Maybe.
I like how Jake says, "Don't burn down an entire mountainside, and maybe you won't lose your magic."
I mean, okay, but the mountainside was full of soldiers that was trying to kill them. So you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes.
Oh, they mentioned the song in this episode. You think that makes the Blood Origin story pointless? I mean, it still kind of was off on its own little thing, talking about the hunt and all that. So I don't know about pointless.
Yeah, how did that make it pointless?
Queen of the crazy, absolutely. Yeah, she is.
I agree with
that.
I mean,
I get it. You lose your baby, you're going to be on one. But I mean, she's going to genocide. She's going to lose all her people if she doesn't make
that. Yeah.
That's crazy.
I mean, she did go to that one town and just like murked up, set like a whole bunch of babies.
Oh, all of them. Yeah, that was
yo, bruh. Like, and also,
20 to 1. What do you want?
The audacity of this broad to come out and demand food from the other faction And he was like, yeah, we're supposed to share alike, but maybe we should be also working alike. Yeah, exactly. Like, bitch, you can't even be diplomatic among your own people. Why is anybody gonna hitch their wagon to yours?
If we do this, we're no better than humans. What about the fact you just went in and sacrificed about 80 babies that had nothing to do with nothing? But this is what makes you no better than humans?
Yeah. What? Like, y'all can't see me, but I'm sipping my liquor right now. You know, cue in the Kermit the Frog meme, but that's just none of my business.
Oh, man. She really thinks some little girl she's never even heard of before is going to be her savior? Like, she's just on one completely.
Bruh.
She's out there. And poor Siri, a teenage girl just living out in the woods with no one her own age to hang with.
With her two old-ass parents.
I know. And then she gets all dressed up to the nines for the festival and just looking for a little compliment from her father figure. Like, Siri, you should know better. That is just not Gerald's way. Like, come on. You can't be mad at that.
You know what made that scene really hilarious, though? When she gave him the cold shoulder, like, bro, you could have just said, you know, you look nice or whatever. And then Yennefer comes up and he says just that. And I'm like, well, you know what happened the last time we saw her wear that mask around your ass. So
I was just saying, I have it written right here. I was like, he is a quick learner because he figured out the right thing to say real quick when Yen walked in shining like 50 pieces of silver. He's like, hey,
you fucking better.
I won't make the same mistake twice. I'm not going to get them both 8 numbers. Again, you were told to mask your eyes and hide your hair, and this is what you came up with, Siri, a mask on a stick that hides nothing. And she didn't even use that while out dancing. Like, nope. Siri, are you kidding me? You promised to be safe, and you've done less than nothing. Like, come on. Like, this little girl. I don't know, the writing or whatever, but I don't know why that stuck out, but that just annoyed me. I was like, everybody's out here looking for you. Yarpin told you straight out the gate, all you two have to do is dye your hair. Done. You don't have to run anymore. Nobody recognizes you. Like,
I'm not blaming Siri for that. She's still the child in the situation.
Right.
Geralt and Yennefer need to stop playing.
You were told, mask up, hide your hair, do something. You're out there just running all willy-nilly, letting it all flow. Like, you should be expected to be caught. What the hell? And then when Siri said, let's go in the maze, you just knew some shit was about to go down. Like, right then and there, you're like, all right, here we go. Like, this is about to happen.
Oh, shit. Yo, check the chat.
Oh, man, where we at?
My pack. What's good, bro?
Holy shit. The legend of legends.
This guy. Why are you even awake, sir?
John and Ghost. Humbled. Good seeing you. What are you doing awake, brother? But I am glad you're here. It has been way too long. Oh, man. What you say? David in chat. 8-hour night of my shift. Wichita. I'm here for it. Office is empty. Oh, wow. You're at work? Good to hear you, brother.
Shit. Yeah, that's how you roll.
Get in trouble. Keep the quiet down a little bit. Oh, man. Good to see you, brother. Good to see you. We got to catch up. It's been too long. And, man, hope Superhero comes back soon.
He said the office is as empty as the Dorn plot. Yeah, yes, Dan and Dave. We still mad about it.
Oh, man. Keep it real. Oh, but keeping it back to The Witcher, I do like how they showcase Ciri's Witcher training while evading that monster. It looks like her time at Kaer Morhen was not wasted. Ciri is on one. She is. I love how good she is in Ciri. Like,
I have a gripe.
Showcasing it. What's that?
I have a gripe. There's one thing that I think she missed that she could have done to help. When she did that, like, super jump thingy, when it was coming right after her, ma'am, the pole was right there. You could have jumped, reached your hand out, caught that, and jumped over at least like 2 hedges to try to get away from that thing faster.
Oh, that thing was on her scent. I don't think
so. That was a missed. It was a missed opportunity, and she could have possibly seen where Geralt and Yennefer were, because she would have been high enough to look over everything.
Maybe. But, I don't know. I thought it was pretty dope. The way she went flipping around that thing and jumped over it, I was like, get it, Ciri. Like, this girl is remembering her training.
She's learning.
She is. Yeah, she was nice with her.
Why do bugs always got to be that big, though?
Oh, man. Hey, we're in the world. This is the Witcher world. Yarpin apologizes, saying he thought the festival would be safe, and Ciri says, I know it's not your fault, but here's how you can make it up to us. I was like, wait a minute, what? You just admitted it wasn't his fault. Why does he need to make up anything?
Says the girl that should have had a mask on that didn't have a mask on.
Exactly. I'm like, wait a minute. Why does he need to do anything? I mean, my man's down for the cause, but I just didn't like.
Like, bro, I was just here to be here. Okay, they the ones in charge of looking after you, not me.
Yeah. you can do this to make up for it. What do I need to make up for? Shit, I'm going to stay in my place so I can free. Like, hey, come on now. When they enact a plan to use Ciri as bait, they stop to camp for the night, and it's a tomb for a fallen elven warrior. And when telling Ciri the story, it sounds like an awful lot like Francesca is traveling down that same path. Should she expect the same outcome, ending with her death, fandom?
Of course. You've been saying this like the whole damn stream. I really expect that queen to die by the end of this season, or at least by episode 5 at this point. Like, God.
You're not gonna make it through. I mean, she's she's on one and she's too hell bent. I don't think she makes it. What about you, AK? You think she makes it out of the season?
Nah. I'd be very surprised if she did. And honestly, I'm hoping she don't, because I'm not looking forward to any storyline that they leave on a cliffhanger at the end of the season, because I don't know if I'm going to watch Liam in this role at all.
Oh no, it's gonna be so tough. I mean, God, Henry Cavill is so clean with his
like he literally is Geralt, man. When you look at this dude, he is the Witcher, and he got the role because he's a fan of the material. He knows this character intimately. They screwed him over.
After telling Ciri the story, he tells Ciri neutrality. It won't get you a statue, but it will keep you alive. Will Ciri heed these words of advice, or like most teenage girls, just ignore it and do whatever she wants, Phantom?
Mostly.
You think she's just going to ignore and do whatever she wants?
I'm having like a little bit of hope left.
I don't know. She seems to be on one. She's going to do what she wants when she wants. I have a feeling in the end. She's not listening to Geralt. She's going to be a little rebel. I get Ciri's young little sweetheart wanting to bring both peoples together, but like Geralt said, history has a way of repeating itself. Elves and humans have been dying trying to share the planet for centuries, and they just can't do it. So it just doesn't seem to work out. Humans are too greedy. So do you think Ciri is actually going to be the one to be able to bring them together, or is it just more wars to come, okay?
I think it's going to take someone with Ciri's willpower. I do think that she has the moxie to do it and to pull it off. You know, she's not all the way skilled just yet, but I think she already has the idea of what needs to be done and what should be done. And if she keeps going, right here, she really needs to just work on the whole diplomacy thing, because your decisions aren't really that smart right now. But I get it. We're only in like year 1 of Hogwarts, so it's cool. You know, she's got some time to learn, but she does still need to learn quicker than this.
Or get the humans off this freaking spear off to the original spear.
Oh, at least my man Johnny knows. He knows what's up. John says Yasker got some bangers.
I know, right?
Oh my god!
You know what? You know what?
No hating on the bar.
We need to try to catch Johnny on a Tuesday morning where he don't have to work. Or is it Wednesday for you? You living in the future, right?
Yeah, they're up.
It's already Wednesday. Okay, well we got to find a time slot to get him in for one of these Witcher discussions.
Oh, that'd be the dopest ever. And you're right, Jake. I was thinking the same way. Like, even if she would have used that bar to jump over hedges, that thing had her scent. Like, there's no getting away from it.
I'm not saying she could have got away completely, but she could have possibly seen a better route to go to get to the 2 people she needed to get to, which she should have never been away from in the first place. But I didn't write that.
Ciri got her shit, absolutely. When Rience and company showed up to kidnap Ciri, how much did we love just watching her go ham and start taking fools out all on her own? Like, I love watching her putting her training to use. She is so good.
Mm-hmm.
All those little girls just got it down. I love that part. Like, they're putting it in, and she looks nice with hers. Like, literally taking 3 and 4 out at a time. Rience thought he had the advantage for about 2 seconds till my man Yarpin came rolling in with the crew. It's like Rience bounced real quick when he saw the little sick ones roll through. Like Yarpin said, this is too easy. I love that little character.
Right, he came in mollywhopping though, and he uses a hammer, if I'm not mistaken. So you're right. That could be the great whatever grandson of our girl.
Absolutely, I bet they might even tie that in. I could totally see it because they are.
I hope so. Can I put in one thing about that part there?
Yeah.
I think not only the fighting where Ciri is concerned with this scene, but I think also that she followed direction, because she didn't jump in until she absolutely had to. And by that time, Geralt had to jump through the portal to go chase after the dude that started the attack, and then Yennefer was occupied keeping the portal open, but still being a badass and catching motherfuckers behind her, creeping up with the other hand. And, from there, Ciri had to take some of those bodies once more people came. So she fell back when she was told to, and she jumped in when she absolutely needed to. So, not all students will acquiesce to listen and sit and do nothing when they're told, but she is. So I have a lot of hopes for how she could run things in the future.
Yeah, this sword fighting in season 2 was weak. They made up for it quick. They did, like I said, right out.
Yeah,
of
they did.
This one started with Geralt just getting clean, and then this scene as well. Like they were doing.
Yeah.
What's up, Linda R? I see you out there.
Linda R. What's good, sis?
You got the whole crew back tonight. I'm loving it. Let the Witcher bring him home. But yeah, definitely. That's the sword play in this one. I am all in for. They're masterful. It looks so clean. Looking at the clock, the last 3 hours doing CCTV for this one, 36 hour shift. Oh, there you go.
36 hour shift. Oof.
I know, that's a rough one. I hope you get paid for that. Oh, man, how sick is Yen with hers holding that portal open with one hand while giving that no-look magic bitch slap to the incoming elves with the other? Like, do not mess with this woman.
She was like, yeet.
Taken out. Right. Still catching. Mind you, she wasn't even looking in that direction. Did y'all catch that?
Oh,
my girl's holding it, and she just like felt that shit. Like her spidey senses tingled. She said, nope, not today, bitch. Not today.
Sick with her. She's like, you met my wit last time. Let me show you my magic.
Right, yeah. Let me show you my magic this time, bitch. Let me tell you about me.
She is clean with her. That was so dope. But yeah, the no-look backhand bitch slap was amazing. That was one of my favorite parts of the whole thing. And speaking of women not to mess with, our girl Ciri, again, just getting down. Straight up a little Geralt out there, just handling 3 and 4 at a time. They put it in, like the special and the extra, like whatever they needed to do, they put in that time to sword fight and get everything down because it just looks so clean this year. Way better. Doesn't even look like fake fighting. And
kudos to her because you can tell that she didn't pull a Danny Rand from the Defenders. Mm-hmm. She did the work in the off season.
And it looks like you can tell. Like I said,
you could tell all of them. I think even with the use of stunt doubles, you can tell the actors are really in that fight. So yeah, I love seeing it, and I hope that momentum continues.
And that's exactly what I was like. It was nice, but all of it. But yeah, and having those arrows shot at her by ducking them like Neo style, so they flew through the portal, letting Geralt know it's time to bring his ass back out to the fight.
Right. Like he saw that shit, he was like, oh, okay, well, clearly some people have arrived that I missed. So let me break the. He twisted this motherfucker's wrist full 360.
That wasn't nothing nice. That was nothing nice.
I would have cut off his head afterwards, though.
Right? Yeah, I wouldn't have left him alive because he could have easily at that point just off with his head, jump back through the portal. Now Yennefer's free to really go in and do some work. I don't understand why he left them alive. And they wouldn't have had to split up later. Yeah, because he exactly. You know this man's coming back. But he probably just thought he's like, well, you ain't going to be starting no fire with these. Crack. I was like, oh, man. Like, it took magic to fix those breaks, boy. Kid's hands were on. He was almost a double Jaime Lannister right there. Yeah, that wasn't that nice. But what was nice was, can we talk about, like, again, how clean Henry Cavill and his stunt doubles have become with that sword? Again, we were just talking about it. But his technique is so smooth and fluent. Like, when they threw those special effects down, like with that little dome shield, and then, yeah, there's just no stopping him. He's just so smooth and fluent. Like, I love that they put in the work to make it look so clean. Because Jake's right. A lot of those fight scenes in season 2 were like, come on, man. This is just They were jank. They were. And now it's like they've just taken it 12 levels up. It's sweet. Who's not nice and showed zero skills was Dara's little bitch ass. Like, he is lucky to be alive because my man Yarpin was about to shower him for good. Like, he's lucky about to get that wet work, boy. You know what I mean? It's like, you do not belong with a sword. Just stay in the background from now on. You have zero skills. Good Dara. Can we talk about how ridiculous that ambush was though? When old girl came in, and wasn't that like her right hand guy? They got what? I can't remember. Are they brother and sister? Yeah, that's her brother. Okay, yeah. In front of her? Yeah. Right, and I'm sorry, I don't think that kid was trained himself. No, he's wrong. All of the training that you have, you get to your target and you start yelling and announcing, I've got her. You thought you weren't going to get clapped
Yeah,
immediately after that? Why didn't you just grab her and run?
You're running hot. You're in battle. You're thinking you finally got what you came for. Like, hey, I got it. Let's dip. Let's bounce. And yeah,
I mean,
too late.
For real, he was going to die anyway, though, because even if he wouldn't have got hit how he did, Siri still had the sword in her hand. He was about to be done.
Yeah, exactly. You already see.
Either way, you shouldn't have put your hands on her.
Nope. So the elves retreat, and the plan to steal Siri was thwarted. And what's Francesca going to do now? Like, she's going to be twice as devastated since she just saw Geralt kill her brother right in front of her. And not just kill him, but ran him through from the back. Like, that's going to be a little extra in her night, I think. And now that her brother Gage is gone, like, she's down yet another very valuable ally. Will the rest of the elves turn on her now that they saw that there was no caravan to even attack, that she lied to him and just wanted Siri?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Dude just said, I'm done. I'm about to go get some help from an old friend. I'm curious if we know this old friend.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Do we have any idea who he's going to see, who he was talking about?
I don't know. I think it's going to have to be someone new, but there could be a random person that we just didn't take notice of in season 1 or season 2, and it's going to loop back to them. And they're usually good at reminding us of where we've seen people before. So we'll see if there is a connection someplace else.
Yeah, definitely. It looked like they have real weapons.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know how or when I'm going to get it, but I'm going to get a damn replica of that sword, man. That shit is nice.
But yeah, at the very least, we know Gallatin isn't going to trust her anymore, so I can't wait to see what friend he's going to go see. But yeah, I mean, she's got to be done. Is she even going to be able to lead these elves? They're not going to trust her, and she's lost her brother. Is like one of the few people that was keeping them in line. So now you got.
She's going to go. I think she's going to go talk to or try to confer with another demon-like thing. I don't know who, because that demon, if I remember correctly, went back through the portal from where they came from last time. But I think she's going to just start searching for some like super deeper magics to try to get back in the game, so to speak.
From holding the portal open so long, Yennefer could tell there was someone a lot more powerful than Rience pulling the strings. She wanted to go back and seek help and guidance from her mentor, Tessia, but Tessia is one of the crew's hunting Ciri, so Yen's going to bring her right to her. What's going to happen in that scenario, fandom?
Yeah, this is what I was hoping wouldn't happen, but it's going to happen. Because isn't there, like, the guy who, I think, was she, like, hooking up in the second season, like, knows, I think, of Ciri? And her,
like, or whatever. Yeah,
I think
he's the one that came and told Francesca about Ciri in the first place. That's why Francesca's looking for Ciri.
Yeah, so they ain't gonna be looking good the moment she walks in those doors.
Oh, it's gonna be a problem. It's gonna be a huge problem. Absolutely.
And Shregaborn is like around the corner, so we know his hatred.
Yeah, he's got to come back too. Yeah. What if that's who old boy's going to see?
Shregaborn?
I don't know how they could be connected, but the way random people are connected in this story so far could be a thing.
So messed up. Geralt's just starting to trust Yennefer again, and she's running right into an impossible situation. Like, things are not going to go her way once she gets back to Aretusa. So yeah, this is going to be a problem. I can't wait to see what happens. Then Gallatin, like we said, rides off looking for help. Can't wait to see who he's going to talk about. And then Ciri just wants the three of them to stay together, but of course that can't happen. Geralt's got to go hunt down Rience because he didn't kill him in the first place, and Yennefer needs help on how to best train Ciri, so they have to split up. Yen promises to keep Ciri safe, and Geralt promises to think of Yennefer with more good nights to come. And I just have a feeling someone's going to end up breaking one or both of those promises. But speaking of broken promises, what's Yasker's role in all this? It seems like he's playing all sides at once. Like, where's Yasker really sitting in this fandom? I know he's your favorite character.
Ha ha! The jokes.
The lies you tell.
It seems like he wasn't gonna like help the two on delivering Ciri, but the moment he got hit with the arrow, he's like, "Yo, I gotta settle down here." You know, the one way that I could settle down, and my one golden ticket here is Ciri right now. And wow, just damn. See, and all I love is Yasker guy. Just why? Just why?
He's playing all roles at once. He's playing all sides at once. But
he's playing all sides at once, but we know where his loyalties are. Come on now.
Himself and his damn freaking instrument.
And to the damn Witcher and his family. Stop it. How many times has he come through already for all of them. Now, Yasker is doing what he has to do for self-preservation right now, but that does not mean that he's gonna intentionally actually betray them. Never.
Absolutely. Definitely props to the way they handle the magic. Yeah, the way they do everything in the show. Like even just in the fight, like I was saying, when he was fighting and then put up that little shield dome real quick for all the swords to bounce off, and then took out all three guys. Like they make it so clean in this show. It's so well done. And yeah, it seems like they must all be connected. I think you're right, Jackie. I think
yeah,
they are probably all connected.
It's very Charmed. If y'all remember the show from back in the day, not the reboot nonsense they did, but a lot of their lives with the sisters and the people around them, all of them like reincarnate into the same person at different points in time. So they're always in each other's sphere. And I think this situation is the same for these characters.
Really? Oh, Jake says he doesn't even think Yasker knows what he's going to do. I mean, he's out there, but remember, Yasker's the one character that came out of the Blood Origin story. Like, he's been around from jump, so that spirit must have known that he would be the one that could play all sides. Like, so did he come into it planning on doing that? Or
I mean, technically, there's that other elf that time traveled, so there's like two characters right now.
What two characters?
Remember, there was that one elf who learned time travel, and then he like time traveled to like two people.
I think it's because specifically that he's a bard. You know, he keeps the records, so he has to be around to see all those different points of view.
Yeah, he said David hates Yasker because he's the new reaction king. Oh, Peter Griffin says, I watched 2 hour theory video that makes Yasker as immortal, sent from the gods to guide. I mean, it kind of is because
is it a stretch?
Yeah, that god he was in a battle with men, and then that god took him out of that plane and talked to him and said,
that's viable.
Hard, so. And
he was only in that battle because he's a bard and he was doing something very specific with that group. I think that's if some deity ever chooses you to tell the tale of whatever people's lives are big in that story, it means something. So yeah, I think Yasker is going to be the linchpin to record all of these things.
Absolutely, he could be. I mean, that god's. I mean, the god is a god, and it picked Yasker for some reason. So there has to be something to it for sure. We should have a conversation about Blood Origins in relation to this season. I have so many questions. Yeah. Oh, see, yeah, you're already ahead of us.
Yeah, I mean, I'm down for that if you want to, but we got to wait until we actually get to episode 5.
Once the season's over, then we can talk about how it all ties in and the coronation involved. But absolutely.
By the time we get to episode 5, and the rest of the season's probably aired.
Gonna be out there. Yeah, you already know. Yeah, not easy going.
When's the rest come out?
That's how we do it.
It's near the end of July or something, I believe.
So
I mean, that's right on time then. Cool.
It'll be close. We'll be about a week or two out probably. Yeah, it should be pretty close. It'll be tight. But like when he told the mage and the prince to get rid of Rance and they'll have earned his trust, I was like, what do they care about earning your trust? Like, you're the hired help and bad at it at that. Like, when he sat in there, he's like, kill Rance and you'll earn Gerald's and Ciri's trust and mine. Like, what do they care about your trust? Like, they're already working you. So that's what made me think, like, where is Yasker in all this? Like, is he playing all sides? Do they know that he's really on Gerald's side? Like, I just don't understand exactly how it fits in. And if so, why is he still alive?
That's the question. Are they actually playing him or do they just think they're playing him?
Yeah, I don't know. Yasker's making moves. Like I said, it seems
there's more questions. More questions than answers here with that whole situation.
We're definitely going to have to answer up on that. Because that Prince of Redanian does have like a silver tongue. Like, he made it sound like it's not so bad over here. Just bring Ciri home. Like, it's better than anywhere else. It's safer than anywhere else. Like King, as far as kings go, yeah, he's an ass, but he's not as bad as the rest of them. Like, come on in, the old witch of the gingerbread house. Like,
right, yeah, he definitely has the silver tongue. Yeah, he's a good wordsmith.
So was Yasker really buying that bullshit or just using him to kill the fire mage?
It seems like he didn't believe in it the first time around.
I don't think he
when it's like Rice was in danger, he was like, I think I need to retire somehow. And that's why he was kind of like opened up to it.
I don't know. I think maybe Yasker is just playing that angle so they'll get rid of Rance and that way Geralt can get back to protecting Ciri and staying with Yennefer. So yeah,
That's what I think.
I think he's kind of double agenting it right there. But yeah, again, how's he staying alive? How are they not figuring this kid out and taking him out? Like,
No, he ain't double agent it. Fuck Yasker.
Johnny, go to your room.
Yasker and Prince Radovid seem like two peas in a pod. Are they going to end up being besties by the end of this, or will Yasker finally see him for the two-faced freak he is? What do you think, Phantom?
Yasker and who?
The Prince Radovid, the one who told him that his place isn't so bad and his brother King isn't so bad, and just bring Ciri to me.
I see them being besties.
Mm-hmm. They seem like two peas in a pod. Like they would get it. He said, if you've been living that way in the kingdom, you haven't been doing it right. Like, come hang with me. I'll show you how to do it the right way. Like, I can just see these two hanging. They seem very close.
They could, but that don't mean that he's going to betray anybody. Mm-hmm.
Geralt writes to Yennefer that they and Ciri belong together, but as we hear that, we see her daddy, and he seems to have other plans. Like, why did Ciri's father burn the pictures of Ciri's mom and grandmother, and even his own picture for that matter? What was that about, AK?
I don't know. That's what I was wondering, because I saw him standing there. He's, I guess, lamenting about whatever, and then I didn't recognize him at first until he started burning the pictures, and then he got to Ciri's baby picture. I was like, oh wait, hold on, are you like trying to cancel your whole line? Like everyone already knows what she did, though. Like you can't erase that. So what's the point of burning these pictures? And how is he going to come into play in this season? I'm very much looking forward to see what they do with him.
I mean, the grandma was trash. You saw how she treated.
Yeah, Maggie the Frog was on some bullshit.
So that was like in the freaking.
She was on some bullshit.
His wife, he can be like, well, that's the old him. So now he's like burning his his past, and now I forgot what he calls himself now.
The White Flame.
There we go. So that's who he is now.
The White Flame.
So now he's just like burning away his past. And now, as the White Flame, his main goal is getting the daughter back for fronting about this damn prophecy.
That's what I was wondering. Like, is that what it is?
Is he in Sintra?
Yeah, he's the king. Yeah, he's the one that ordered old girl's baby to be killed, so it would send her off on one.
Yeah.
So he's doing the thing. So yeah, that's what I was like. Are they just burning it, showing like that's not even really the old dad? Like this guy's been possessed by a new ghost, and here's me burning the old me, and I'm just holding Ciri because she's mine. Like,
could be
he's possessed, not even really him anymore, and that's just a ghost that wants the power of Ciri. Maybe it's going in that direction. I don't know, but they're definitely gonna have to touch on that. But all in all, I was absolutely loving this first episode. I thought it was dope. What'd you think about it, Phantom?
Loved it. Great way to start out the season 3.
Absolutely. Suck me right back in, hook, line, and sinker. I am all here for it. How about you, AK Accenture? How you feeling about The Witcher?
Yeah, absolutely. Same. I'm all in, here for it. Cannot wait to see what the rest of the season gives us. And still upset that it's our last season with Henry.
Oh, yeah.
It's not fair.
Something out, because he is. I can't even imagine somebody else as The Witcher. He's the shit. It's cool because you can just go back to Mara and be like, okay, this is a story of another Witcher and what he's out there doing in the land. But ain't nobody Geralt. He's the best of the best. He's the White Wolf, and he's what we're all here for. So yeah, that's gonna be. I don't know how they're gonna pull it off, but I am all in it for this season. It's gonna be tight. Oh, so we got just a couple trivia questions before we get out of here. See if anybody remembers anything about the show. If you know these answers, put them in the chat box. If you're watching later, write them in the comment section down below. What's the name of the festival our band of heroes visited? Starting out with a tough one.
Yeah, no clue.
What's the name of the festival that they went and visited? You know that answer? Put in the chat box. What did Dijkstra call their ancient game of rock, paper, scissors? When it was time to find out who had to follow the prince and make sure he was staying on the right path, he's like, all right, I'll play it for it. Rock, paper, scissors. Only they called it something else. What was it?
Totally missed that. No idea.
Yeah.
No, like crossbones of something or other. I don't know.
Oh, man. Looks like they loved it. He said, fun fact, the flame is voiced by Tywin in games. Perfect opening.
Is that Charles Dance?
I don't remember that. I'm sad about losing Cavill. Absolutely. Something, Steph. That is not it. Uh-oh, trivia. The tinfoil tetra. Oh, Gwent. Yeah, the Gwent was the name of the little elven dwarf.
Yeah. That was her name. Cheers to Lady Gwen.
Oh, so anybody know what the name they called rock, paper, scissors put in the chat box? He said Jackie, but they do look gorgeous even if they weren't on top. All right, on the next one. You know that one for the comic section. What daring feat did Sir Laszlo attempt at a festival years back that Siri was telling a story about? She said Sir Laszlo attempted a feat at a festival years back. Do you remember what it was?
Not at all.
It was a drinking contest?
Oh, you're in the right realm. Not quite.
Eating contest?
That is incorrect. Anybody knows what Sir Laszlo did at a festival way back in the day? Write in the chat box, comment section down below. What was the real reason Yennefer was so happy to visit the festival? Geralt called it out. Said it was more selfish than what she was portraying it to be.
Oh, celebrate her birthday?
We got one, folks. There we are, back on track. It was her birthday. Absolutely. Jackie says drunken bar fight. That's awesome. But of course, our man Jake Cruz brought it home. That's what he did. Sir Laszlo jumped the fire in a full suit of armor. Well done, you, Jake. Nice. Hold it up. Love your sugar. Can't keep up with AK. Oh, knuckle. Way to go, Jake. Absolutely. Jumped the fire. Nice. Got a couple of them in. What was the monster called that was hunting Ciri by scent?
What was the big cockroach that you should kill with fire?
Roly-poly in armor. Anybody remember what the name of that monster was? Oh, keeping it moving. What was the name of the elven warrior who thought she could defeat the humans? One when they stopped at that tomb and they told Ciri the story about the old elven warrior. What was her name?
Yeah, I missed part of that story.
That's a tough one. It's a name. Anybody remember that name? Who's the elven warrior that died trying to defeat the humans? Oh, another tough one. Boy, these are tough ones. What town was Yasker waiting for Geralt in? Not easy, not easy. I have to ease these up a little bit. I was running late.
Yeah, I didn't write anything down. So
what town was Yasker waiting for Geralt in? And last but not least, what unappreciated nickname did Prince Radovid call Philippa?
Is it like Poe, P?
Oh, you're so close.
Something like that. I was trying to figure out what's that short for?
I didn't realize it until I wrote everything down, and I was like, oh, now it makes sense. What unappreciated nickname did Prince Radovid call Philippa? He did not like it. Oh, let's see.
No clue.
Tough questions, Christmas soon. Yeah, these ones weren't easy. I somehow keep not hearing the questions. Uh-oh. Oh, last but not least, anybody remember what was the nickname that Prince Radovid called Philippa? Made sense. She was not appreciative. I can't wait to see
Little Bird or Mrs. Owl.
Is it like Pip?
Ah, there it is. Boom. Just that easy. Pip. Play on her name. Philippa. Pip. She hated it. Philippa, or Pip was short for Philippa. Well done. Ended on a bright note. There it is. Bada bing, bada boom. Oh, man. Hold on. Where are you at? Come back here. Oh, sorry about that. I didn't realize this was turned off still. Ha! Camera's off. There we go. Boom. Well, that's going to do it for us. I hope everybody absolutely loving this series. I can't wait to get back into it. We're going to be back with episode 2 next Tuesday. And you already know on Thursday, we're going to be getting right back into Secret Invasion, talking about episode 4.
You mean Thursday?
Yep, Thursday.
Thursday, yep.
What did I say?
Episode 4.
You said Tuesday.
Oh, whoops, we got one. Still not awoke as yet. But yeah, next Tuesday we'll be back talking about The Witcher Season 3, Episode 2. Thursday in 2 days we'll be talking about Nick Fury and Secret Invasion Episode, 4 now?
Yeah.
So, can't wait to get on it. So I hope everybody out there is going to be able to come join us on Thursday and next Tuesday for the second episode of The Witcher. I hope everybody out there is having an absolutely fantastic week, and it only gets better from here. So glad to see so many legends come back. Jake Cruz, Linda R., John back in the house, Jackie C., Peter Griffin. Thanks, you guys, for being here. I hope to see you on Thursday. You guys be easy. We'll see you soon.